In the past couple of months, there have been a number of interesting scenery and airport add-ons released for Southern California. Today we will take a look at 3 such add-ons by 3 different developers. We will start with a very recent release from 29 Palms, and it happens to be 29 Palms Airport, out in the Mohave Desert, that came out on December 12th. To be honest, I was stunned at this airport, but then again 29 Palms has done some good work for ORBX, including Sunburg and Southampton. Not only is it visually a treat, but performance is great, and it makes the perfect complement, being less than 40 miles by air, to our second add-on, ORBX's Palm Springs. All the visual eye candy one expects at ORBX airports, 29 Palms gives it to us here, with lots of animations, gorgeous 3D models and textures, outstanding photoreal terrain, and some nice touches like blowing sand and dust. They also have patches available for download, which provide color matching with FTX Global textures as well as blue sky and mega scenery photo scenery. I cannot recommend this one enough, especially if one has Palm Springs already. It's simply beautiful. As with my previous video, I am utilizing Rex's soft clouds. You may have also noticed that I have incorporated some world cam shots from EZDok. The newest version, 1.18, supports world cams in P3D. Unfortunately, there are some other issues I'm having that came along with it, as when I load up a saved flight, I am momentarily over the ocean, until finding myself suspended high above my desired airport. Also, external aircraft views are not working right with A2A aircraft, and the VC model is in fact still being used when trying to get external aircraft views, which is why you won't see any of those in this video. With EZDok 2.0 around the corner, hopefully these things will be rectified. We will now make our way down to the Coachella Valley and into Palm Springs, which was released way back on November 5th. I have already made a video for Palm Springs, so this isn't my first look, but it certainly warrants revisiting. To an even greater degree than 29 Palms, this is not just an airport, but almost a mini FTX region. Virtually the entire Coachella Valley is modeled, and the craftsmanship is evident. Jared Marshall really hit it out of the park with this one. Similar to what was seen at Bonner's Ferry, Palm Springs in P3D is afflicted with P3D's black water, which stands out particularly here, as the ponds and water hazards are inky black against the very light colored terrain. I really do hope that Lockmar rectifies this issue with P3D's water shaders. But getting back to Palm Springs, this is a much more populated area than 29 Palms. But Jared Marshall created innumerable custom buildings as well as advanced autogen. ORBX also tends to get excellent but expensive imagery for photo scenery, not just free satellite imagery, and it shows. As with 29 Palms, only the strongest of recommendations here. And we're off heading for the coast. Catch you later, Coachella. Here we are passing over Hemet, California. This is outside the Palm Springs scenery coverage area and is rendered with FTX Global products. And that is Lake Elsinore as we make our way towards the coast. Our final destination is John Wayne Orange County Airport in Santa Ana. This is the most recent of the three releases, being December 23rd by LatinVFR, who also did San Diego's Lindbergh Field. One thing that is clear, once we pass into Orange County, frame rates are clearly affected. This is common with all of the urbanized part of Southern California, from LA down to San Diego. With both LatinVFR San Diego and Orange County airports, it is difficult to assign which is harder on frames, the airport itself or the surrounding areas. P3D is still very CPU bound with building autogen, so SoCal urban sprawl will do a number on most computers. Also, FTX Vector generates a lot of roads and highways in Southern California, and I found that I had to remove traffic from secondary roads and remove tertiary roads altogether to help reduce frame drop. LatinVFR has also provided a photo scenery as well as custom buildings for this airport. However, the photo scenery quality is not that superb. In fact, it definitely appears to be all satellite based. That said, comparing with the industry as a whole, I would put it in the top half for imagery quality. The best part of the photo terrain is the upper and lower Newport Bay. The more urban the terrain is, I believe the threshold for photo backdrops moves higher. As far as frame rates, in the A2A C172, I was mainly in the 20s here. As a comparison, Palm Springs was about 10 frames higher, and 29 Palms was just at the 40 frame per second lock all the time. LatinVFR provides a large number of static GA aircraft at the airport, which is pretty nice. As with their other airports, LatinVFR, despite their name, is oriented towards commercial airports rather than GA, hence the lack of static airliners. The expectation is that you are in an airliner and are there with airliner AI traffic. I'm not sure if I want to see the frame rates with that, but it is probably similar to San Diego, whose frames are pretty low. The airport buildings are in fact pretty well done, as are the ground textures. This does, however, highlight the immense challenge that ORBX has as far as making a SoCal FTX region. For the urban areas of SoCal, great care must be taken to optimize it as much as possible for frame rates while keeping the visuals looking great, or it's going to become a slideshow. I would not be surprised to see a control panel as well to shed eye candy in exchange for frames, as with their payware airports. I do believe that this will be the most challenging FTX region for ORBX to make. Well, I hope you enjoyed our trip through Southern California. If you like what you saw, please hit like and by all means subscribe. Later dudes, and go Hawks!